like he's talking to a f***ing blonde. It's your mother.
So is it okay for us to ask, like, what that drama was between you and Margaret? So is it...
The lifespan of a reality star's fame is pretty short, and that's especially true for the ladies of Bravo's Real Housewives franchise. On average, a housewife sticks around for only about 2 seasons before Bravo hands them their walking papers. So it's no wonder that many of these women try to cash in on their 15 minutes by launching products and businesses, hoping to keep the spotlight a little longer. But here's the thing. Not all of these housewives are the business moguls they think they are. For every Bethany Frankel who turned her skinny girl brand into a legend empire, there's a dozen others whose ventures crashed and burned faster than a bad episode of RHONI. Most of Bravo's finest haven't exactly struck gold with their business ideas. They might have the fame, but the fortune? Not so much. And while it's fun to watch them try, it's also a little cringy to see those dreams fizzle out. These are Real Housewives businesses that have failed. Pop of Color by Kristen Tickman. Kristen Tickman was only on RHONI for 2 seasons, but she didn't waste any time jumping into the beauty business. She launched her own nail polish line called Pop of Color. Inventive name, right? And by launched her own line, I mean her husband Josh bought her a business. In classic Housewives fashion, this venture caused some drama, especially when Bethany Frankel called Kristen dumb for not trademarking the name. Honestly, if anyone knows a thing or two about running a successful business, it's Bethany. Was she wrong? Probably not. OZ, Ashley Darby's Australian restaurant.
What do you want to talk about?
Ashley Darby and her ex-husband Michael opened an Australian restaurant called OZ back in 2015. It was a tough sell from the get-go, considering most people's idea of Australian cuisine begins and ends with a bloomin' onion. OZ offered more exotic dishes like kangaroo meat, which didn't exactly become a hit. The restaurant was featured on the Real Housewives of Potomac during its 2nd season, with Ashley taking the reins on a new menu. However, by 2019, the restaurant closed its doors, coinciding with the birth of Ashley's first son, Dean. Turns out, selling kangaroo meat in the heart of DC wasn't as easy as they thought. Zen Gym by Ashley.
Like, athleisure ties into something that I'm passionate about, which is physical fitness and feeling good.
Ashley Darby's athleisure line. Ashley Darby's Zen Gym athleisure line is a bit of a mystery, and I am not exaggerating. If you try to visit the website, you will only get a 403 error code page. So it's out there somewhere, but finding it might be harder than getting through a Potomac reunion without drama. The line was debuted during the show, and fans caught glimpses of the clothing on social media before the infamous fight between Ashley's friends Deborah and Kiana Stewart stole the spotlight. From what little we have seen, the line is, well, underwhelming. If it ever does make it to major distribution, it might not do so well. Sure, Ashley's passion for fitness is genuine, but it takes more than passion to make a clothing line successful. Teresa, Melissa, and Joe Gorga, pizza restaurant.
The restaurant, owned and operated by Real Housewives of New Jersey's Joe Gorga with help from his...
Teresa Giudice has had plenty of success, especially with her 5 New York Times best-selling books, but it seems like not everything she touches turns to gold. In May 2017, Teresa, along with her brother Joe Gorga and sister-in-law Melissa, decided to dive into the restaurant business with Gorga's homemade pasta and pizza. Despite the hype and the family name, the restaurant shut down just a year later. The Morgas claimed they weren't restaurant people, and honestly, the quick closure pretty much proved that. Maybe they should have stuck to flipping tables instead of pizzas. Adrienne Malouf's Zing Vodka.
Oh my gosh, what am I gonna wear? Oh my God, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of want...
There have been too many Bravo Liberty alcohol brands to count, but not all of them are created equal. For every skinny dribble margarita, there's a Zing Vodka, Adrienne Malouf's attempt to bring red velvet flavored vodka into our lives. The idea alone is questionable, but the launch party was something else. Adrienne's soon-to-be ex, Paul Nassif, dressed up as one of the naked tree statues, and the whole event was as bizarre as it sounds. But the final nail in Zing Vodka's coffin? Chris Brown was the creative director. Yep, that's all you need to know. She by Sheree.
Next question. What would you do if you were hosting a party? Okay. Next question.
Sheree Whitfield's She by Sheree line has been the stuff of Housewives legend, mostly because it's been in the works for about as long as the Kardashian family's been famous. From hosting a fashion show with no fashions to announcing a launch date of September or spring or summer, the whole thing has been a running joke. As of now, her website features a homemade video and an about page claiming the line is coming by 2022. Well, 2022 came and went, and we're still waiting. The only thing that's sold out is her Who Gone Check Me Boo t-shirt, which is really just a Hanes tee. Classic. Sonja Morgan's toaster oven.
Remember a frackin' thing, okay? I built a beautiful toaster oven with all remember a
Sonja Morgan's toaster oven is the Bigfoot of the housewives world. We have all heard about it, but no one's ever seen it. The RHONI ladies have poked fun at her for years over this mythical product. We have seen branding meetings, photo shoots, and even a prototype, but that toaster oven is still MIA. Sonja swears it's in the works, but at this point, it's safe to say it's never coming out. To be fair, Sonja's a hustler with other ventures like her clothing line and event planning company, but the toaster oven will forever be one of the show's great unsolved mysteries. Embellished hats. Robin Dixon's hat line.
Coming to you all with a review of Robin Dixon. She's from the Potomac. Coming to you all.
Robin Dixon launched her hat line, embellished in season 5 of RHOP, and it surprisingly took off. The hats sold out quickly, and the brand is still going strong today, with a focus on designs for historically black fraternities and sororities, as well as satin-lined hats that protect black hair textures. Robin herself is a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, so this niche focus has been a smart move. However, thanks to recent controversies surrounding Robin, the comments on embellished social media pages are now filled with some less than friendly remarks. Vicky's Vodka.
Have a catchphrase. Where did your catchphrase come from?
My woohoo.
Housewives love the chance to slap their names on an alcohol bottle, and the OG of the OC, Vicky Gunval's son, is no exception. Vicky decided to launch a vodka brand with none other than Brooks Ayers. Yikes. And shockingly, it wasn't a success. Who would have guessed the world didn't need another reality star's questionable vodka? The vodka business eventually failed, and to add insult to injury, Vicky and Brooks were sued by their partner for breach of contract. Given Brooks' history, like faking cancer, his business dealings were probably just as shady. Wines by Wives.
And one last time, the both of you.
Around the same time Vicky was dabbling in vodka, she teamed up with Tamra Judge on a wine subscription service called Wines by Wives. The idea was simple. Why bother making your own wine when you can just pick bottles to send to people? The wine service provided a flimsy excuse for a business trip to Malibu in season 8. But of course, Vicky and Tamra ended up fighting because Tamra accused Vicky of prioritizing her vodka over the wine club. Who knew competing alcohol businesses could lead to such drama? The Vanderpump.
Well, there was somebody that's recently had this kind of complicated scenario. Well,
Lisa Vanderpump has seen a ton of success with her restaurants, but her shoe line, the Vanderpump, didn't quite hit the same heights. Announced in 2011, the shoe was described as a suede and Swarovski crystals closed-toe combination that stands on a 5 3/4 inches heel in pink or black. Sounds very 2011, right? The shoes were supposed to retail for a jaw-dropping $900, but it's unclear if they ever actually made it to stores. Personally, I would rather wear a Maloof poof. Kathy's Cannily Kits.
Happened on the show, something Teresa said, oh, they're edible? Like
Yeah, that they were edible. She was asked about my...
Kathy Wachtel, unlike her cousins Teresa and Melissa, never quite became a business mogul, but she still gave it a shot. On RHONG, we saw her develop a line of DIY Cannily Kits, because apparently that's something people want. Kathy is still selling the kits on her website, but they are actually from another company, and you can find the same ones on CubeVC. Whether or not Kathy is making any money off this venture is a mystery, but let's hope she's getting something out of it. The Infinity Dress.
3 different colors in 3 different sleeve types.
We have seen tons of Bravo Liberties launch clothing lines, but few were as unique as Leanne Locken's Infinity Dress. The concept was a based LBD, little black dress, with snap-on attachments that allowed it to be worn 175 different ways. The problem? Most of those ways were, well, not exactly stylish. True fans will remember the infamous Thailand trip, when Dandra Simmons wore the dress to dinner and caused a stir by making fun of it. As of now, the Infinity website isn't working, so it seems the dress's success went the same way as Leanne's Real Housewives of Dallas career. So from Kristen Takeman's ill-fated nail polish line to Leanne Locken's overly ambitious Infinity dress, it's clear that not every housewife is destined to be the next Bethany Frankel. These business ventures may have started with big dreams and even bigger launch parties, but many of them ended up as nothing more than footnotes in the history of reality TV. So of the products that actually hit the shelves, did you buy any? I know that I have had a few Skin and Girl margaritas in my day, but I wouldn't be caught dead in Leanne's dress or that Vanderpump, that's for sure. Which flop was your favorite? Did we miss a business venture that had you rolling your eyes? Let us know. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for more Real Housewives content headed your way soon.